And hello. Yeah, back. Some dokie dokie. I wanted to get one out a bit sooner than this, but I ended up sleeping a lot. But we can get back into it. If I remember correctly, I'm right here. And we left off where Natsuki was about to come over. So, get to spend some time with Natsuki. Woohoo! Alright, let's see. Oh wait, no. Yeah. I spent only a few minutes back home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. What's up? It's like the most random hi. What's up? How's life? How ya hanging? Hey. I don't know how it's expecting. Seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such a cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way, just found out your kitchen is equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Oh, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Sarkopus? Come on, since when do I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Here! This is ridiculously heavy. Ha ha ha! I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. Hee hee. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist in my chest, rupturing my heart immediately as I pass out on the floor dead. And I decide to get back up. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh, it's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm only worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're a lot more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a lot nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature, sexy figure like your age doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it! I didn't say anything! I should apologize. I appreciate that you're trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know there are a ton of guys who are injured body types like yours. like me. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, is that to me? Who else? Yeah, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Takapus. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please, spare me. Oh, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that one, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally, I start putting things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen's a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid. Don't ask what the food is. Plastic bags strewn around every countertop. The mixture isn't big enough for all of the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Succubus, where'd you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flowers aren't different, or even if the flowers were growing, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on, you're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be most creative and have the most fun. It's a billion times more worth it when, at the end, if you're just looking at everyone... words! If just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Yeah, I had a whole other sense in my head. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Nasi proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Shiori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I'll use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're already starting to understand. Just make sure you're completely finished mixing the icing before you go and mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. Personal experience? After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As to emphasize, Natsuki sticks her finger into the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. Oh. I didn't know we were doing that. I wasn't prepared for this. Oh. Well then, I'm down. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some out with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in return. Gross! You got it on my face! Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this! Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger, shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries using her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, I'm sorry for calling you gross. No, I don't mean it. Just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it into my mouth, licking off the icing. What? What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Yes. Her face is entirely red. Sarkapus, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breasts, slightly parted lips. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Because it's getting hot in here. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Oh, damn it. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make such a mistake like that? You should have checked it before turning on the oven. Or turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsu uses the oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove, and in another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension is already... Well, the tension from the moment before still lingers over her head, but the moment's already been lost. I watch as Natsu slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ah, it smells so good! The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsu opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look! She proudly shows off all the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsu hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. Oh, I see. That's an idea, actually. Well, if it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing your different words on each cupcake. It would be fun to see people choose a cupcake based on the word they like. Yeah. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so... Haha, maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're not cute. Well, Natsu's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsu picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about more, Natsu quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsu puts them all side by side to admire her work. Look how pretty they are all together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Shiori's the exact opposite in that regard. She probably downed 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, while my dad cooks, I really need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's kind of a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Yeah, as usual, Natsu places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Shiori each carry one, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Haha, I wish she would listen to me the way she listened to you. Yeah. Again, I think back to the conversation I had with Shiori other today. I felt so helpless. Shiori always does listen to me, but at that point I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Alright, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsu's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsu? Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. Show me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. Aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsu looks at me tensely, like she was trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I wanted to spend more time with you. Succubus, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I have to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Oh. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutched at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breasts against mine. I've felt it for a while now. Eat! Nancy suddenly jumps back. Monica! Don't mind me. Monica? Sayori said she was helping you out online. I changed my mind and decided to come over. Anyways, Monica, just now we weren't... Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I was just on my way to Sayori's house since our work from the festival won't get itself done, especially if I'm not actually online. Right, you were going to help her. Anyways, I'm already out, so... Oh, really? I was hoping we could talk at Sayori's. It's been a while since it's just been us girls. Yeah, well, we can talk the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat cupcakes before then, succubus. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Monica waves goodbye. Not Sayori, She already told you what she's going through, right? I try to open my mouth, but nothing comes out. I was about to ask how she knew, but it's likely Sayori told Monica about things. They seem so close friends, after all. Don't worry about it. What? If you're going after someone or something, don't do it half-heartedly. So don't worry. I'll take care of the things so you can focus on what's ahead of you. Monica gives you a enigmatic laugh. Even if you try to save everyone, you can only do it one at a time, huh? I guess even you have your limits. Or maybe that's how you wanted things. But it hardly matters. I'll handle what you can. It's not like I have much to do anyways. Monica. I don't really know what to say, but thanks. Alright. See you tomorrow at the festival, succubus. With that, Monica gives me a wave as she goes towards Sayori's house. Alright, I guess I better go rest for the festival tomorrow. So, okay, I'm gonna get past the beat. It's the day of the festival. I hear my alarm clock going off, and while yawning, I stretch my arms out and look at the time. Okay, so, for a quick reminder, this is the purest mod. So, Monica knows about everything, and this is our first real main glimpse at, oh hey, it's different. Look, and we can only save one girl at a time right now. We're choosing Natsuki. Then we will be sending out to save another girl, which I'm tempted to do Monica. No, won't lie to you, but I'm probably going to do Sayori, then Yuri, then Monica, and do her for last. Monica is actually a hidden task to do. I might have to do all three girls first. I don't know, but I will definitely be doing Monica. Right now, we're all about Natsuki, and thanks to Monica not trying to kill all of her friends to be with me, she's actually going to stop them from killing themselves. So hey, bonuses. They still have their own issues, but Monica's not making them worse, which is what's important. It's not supposed to be this late, is it? I could have sworn I set my alarm clock correctly. I check my phone and see it's nearly 50 unread messages and a dozen missed calls, all of them from Natsuki. My heart sinks. I realize I'm about to be there an hour later than I'm supposed to. I get ready as quickly as I can and hurry over to the kitchen to grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I baked, hastily stacking 2 trays so I can carry everything. I rush out the door and head towards school, anxious about how much this might hurt over our club's activities today. I rush into school and head towards the classroom, making sure not to drop the cupcakes. I walk into the room and see a decent number of people already there for the festival. Seriously? I turn to the side and see Natsuki glaring at me as nervous as I was. Sorry, my alarm clock wasn't set correctly. I hadn't planned on being this late, honest. I put the cupcake tray on the nearby table, and people start rushing towards it. Surely it's not the only reason they come, right? Oh, while you were struggling to figure out how to use basic technology, people have already started arriving. We didn't have any cupcakes. I mean, do you know how hard it is to get people to stick around for something like this when there's no food? I look at my phone again, remembering how many times she tried messaging me. Yeah, I can see you were concerned. I'm really sorry. You tried pretty hard to get a hold of me, though. You're really worried about me, huh? I was worried about how our club activity would turn out, dummy. Sure, I was a little worried about you too, but... Natsuki looks off to the side. Look, it doesn't matter. Hey, I walk over a bit closer to Natsuki. We're here now. People are going to eat the best cupcakes on the planet while we're going to be enjoying the festival. Promise, it'll be fun. Sound good? You better not disappoint me then. Natsuki crosses her arms, but I could tell she was still excited, at the very least interested. Thankfully, the poem reading activity wasn't scheduled to happen until later today, so it seems I didn't mess things up too badly. The club and I spent a while greeting everyone who came in, telling them about our club, but few of them seemed interested. I noticed that a good number of people solely came for the purpose of taking a cupcake, which I should have expected, I guess. It wasn't the most exciting thing ever, but it wasn't that boring either. After all, I was doing this to help the club. After some more time passed, I heard Monica's voice in the distance. Okay everyone, it's time to read poems. We'll be starting by having our literature club members read their wonderful selections first. If you wouldn't mind starting us off, Sayori. Sayori, you doing okay? I miss you. I love you too, but I miss you. Right, I'll try my best. Sayori looks nervous going up to the podium, but once she actually begins reading, it's clear that she has become more and more comfortable as the poem goes on. Once she finishes with the poem, we all clap as Monica starts speaking again. Thank you for the great poem, Sayori. Up next is... Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem. Yeah, Yuri, take it away. Yuri starts reading her poem. There's soon an air of confidence in her voice, showing that she had definitely prepared for this. With Yuri's poem finished, everyone claps as Monica is ready for the next person to begin to read their poem. Next up, we'll have myself. Monica takes out her poem and starts reading. Everyone who came to check out the festival were blown away by her poem, or maybe it was just her they loved. She's mine, fuck off. Nonetheless, it's clear Monica was expert at this. Oh, I hope you enjoyed my poem. Next we'll be having Succubus read his poem. Alright. Hey. I was hoping I'd be able to go last, but it's now or never. Hey everyone. I cough and have a glance over my poem a few times to make sure I'm ready. Luckily, the awkward silence doesn't last long as I begin reciting. My performance somehow ends up being worse than when I practiced. Most people clap out of pity, but I see Nancy clapping just a bit harder. To be fair, that was also probably out of pity, but I appreciate the gesture. I step down from the podium and walk over to Nancy. Why are you so sad? You could have done so much worse. I'm all surprised you didn't, actually. Yeah, that's true. Wait, you don't have that little faith in me? Do you? I'm just saying, you did better than anyone outside the club could have done. Was Nancy giving me a genuine compliment? Granted, that's not saying a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Oh. Oh. I turn towards Monica as she speaks up again. Last but not least, Natsuki will be reading her poem. Natsuki gets on the podium and prepares her poem. Of course, gets onto the podium, my bad. Of course, I'm not the least. I'll even prove it. Not that I need to. Natsuki reads her poem, this time being noticeably more enthusiastic than when practicing it with the club members. Her writing style shines through, as usual, making for an entertaining experience. When she's done, we all clap, although I drew a bit of attention by clapping a little longer than everyone else after they stopped. Natsuki goes down from the podium and walks over to me. That was incredible. What'd you expect? I thought it would be obvious. But there's no harm in accepting a compliment anyway, so thanks, I guess. Now that literature club members are done, would anyone else like to... Monica starts, but looks around and sees that most people were already leaving. I mean, we kept their attention longer than I thought we would. Yeah, we had fun, didn't we? I suppose that went well enough. Well, there's one person that's still here to take that last cupcake, but yeah, there's another hour before the festival ends. So now what? We all brainstormed for a few moments. We could try drawing more people in. Why not? We don't have to give up. It's not like we have any more cupcakes, though. I'm sure we can think of some reason for more people to visit. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it's worth to keep dragging this out. Don't be so pessimistic, Nazi. There's always a chance to bring what we're doing here back to life. I think maybe we could just hang out for a bit. If more people want to come, then they'll come. But it'll be a shame not to look at the rest of the festival. That's true. We should try to have some fun while we're here. Well, if everyone else agrees. If you guys want to do that, then I don't think I should be the one to stop you. I'll stay here in case anyone does come. Monica comes up to me and whispers in my ear. Go with Natsuki. I'll help with Sayori like I said. Don't worry. Monica winks at me and walks away. Wait, is it that obvious? Seeing as there's no reason not to take her advice, I go up to Natsuki. Natsuki, want to check out the rest of the festival with me? Natsuki glances around and sees everyone else looking at us. Well, sure, but only because I have nothing else better to do. Natsuki struggles to have a smile on her face. Sure they, Natsuki. We walk outside the classroom and try getting through the hallway, which is filled with groups of students. The chaos makes it difficult to tell where we're going, but it doesn't take too long for us to get a grip on things. Eventually, we manage to make it outside the school. There's a lot of stands, most of them are carnival games. Anything look interesting to you, Natsuki? Guess I could try one of those games they have at one of those stands. To our left, we see a stand where a game you throw a ball and knock over some milk bottles. We walk over and see what I assume is the first year. She places the balls on the counter. You have 3 shots to knock over all the bottles. Want to give it a try? I turn to Natsuki. Who should go first? You'll probably miss, so I don't mind giving you a chance to have some fun at least trying. That's very nice of her, I think. I pick up a ball and get ready to throw it. I take a deep breath and lob the ball at the bottles. 3 out of 9 bottles, not bad. As he picks up a ball as well, a stern look of concentration envelops her face as she looks at the best angle to throw from. However, 10 seconds pass, she still hasn't thrown. Now she is, everything alright? Shh, I'm concentrating. Now she stares at the balls for a few more seconds, finally throws. It was a straight, hard throw, which would have been more impressive if she did not only miss out the bottles, but threw the ball so hard that bounced off the back of the stand and nearly hit one of us. Whoa, be careful! Fine, you can have the last shot. I pick up the ball and throw, only knocking off one of the balls this time. Aw, that's a shame. Thanks for playing, though. Nancy and I walk away, only to be approached by a third year who looks like he could pass for a door-to-door salesman. How would you like to have your compatibility with each other measured? Excuse me? No, thank you. Yeah, I try saying no, only for him to track both of us and Natsuki to a small table. Another third year sits at the end opposite of us. The other third year walks away. Please, have a seat. Natsuki and I try to sit down, only to bump into each other, realizing that's a small problem. There's only one chair for your love measure thing. You two have to be close together for this to work, after all. I motion with my hands for Natsuki to take a seat. No, each one of you need to hand me your palm. I'd rather leave, thanks. Before Natsuki would try getting up, the third year grabs her palm anyway. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, but as long as we're stuck like this, I'd put my palm out as well. Yes. Wait a moment. If you're already a couple, how am I supposed to measure your compatibility? What? No, it's not like that. You have nothing to be ashamed of, but please, do not waste my time. Frustrated, Natsuki gets up and walks away, grabbing my arm and dragging me along the process. Geez, the nerve of her. To be fair, I can see why she'd make that mistake. Yeah, but people shouldn't jump to conclusions like that, even if it's true that... Natsuki stops mid-sentence. Natsuki? Whatever, let's just get some food, okay? I haven't eaten all day. We head over to a stand that appears to be serving hamburgers. 2 hamburgers, please. I hand over some money and the person begins serving. Unfortunately, we're out of buns for regular hamburgers. We do have some delicious ramen burgers, however. I'm not sure about that. Would you be fine with it, Natsuki? I turn back to look at the server again. I see our money's already been gone. So I'm pretty sure it's not allowed, like everything else in this place apparently. But it's particularly expensive in the first place, so I let it slide. I head over to a nearby table and sit down. The luxury of sitting down for once feels nice, I have to admit. As hectic as these past few days have been, I have to admit they were kind of fun. You're not a terrible baker, so I can give you credit for that. Come on, there's no way they will have turned out as well as they did without you. Yeah, but besides that, I meant what I said yesterday about us hanging out more often. By the way, if you ever want to meet up, just send me a text. I sent you 50 messages earlier and you didn't respond, but I'll keep it in mind. But I got here in the end, didn't I? You're not wrong, I guess. I was just scared. Natsuki quickly changes her expression. Don't oversleep next time, okay? Could Natsuki have really been that worried about me when she didn't seem to respond to any of her messages? I thought she would have guessed I overslept, but maybe she thinks differently than I expected. I'll try. Sorry again for being late. The server comes over to our table and gives each for a burger that has a ramen as a bun instead of traditional bread. Never had that. It actually tastes okay, so I guess I'm at least getting my money's worth. I mean, I'm not going to go and claim this festival is professional in the slightest, but it's a school festival, so I can't complain too much. After taking a bit more, we finish eating. Get up again. I'm exhausted. You? Yeah, I'm a little tired too. I guess we should head home, huh? I think I'd be fine with leaving the festival for now. Glad I got to spend it with you. I had no gay time too. Better than if I didn't go with you, probably. Somehow we find ourselves staring into each other's eyes, only for a brief moment. Oh. But it happened. Somehow it definitely happened. No, it definitely happens. Yeah, well, see you tomorrow. You too. There, I did it. I went to the festival, recited my poem, and got to spend time with Natsuki. I'd say today was a success. I hope things can continue to go like this, or to go as well as this did. It's probably more likely to happen if I actually set my alarm clock correctly this time, though. Beep, 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 beep. Well, at least I set my alarm clock correctly, so it's a decent start for the day. And guys, guess what? As good as that start is for a day, it's as good a start to end the video. I am ending, I think a bit earlier, but this is the time. And plus, I have to stream. Make sure to follow my Twitch channel. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there, guys. So we got this big with Natsuki. Then we got to go to a festival, spend time with Natsuki, and then that Monica is taking care of Sayori, so we know she didn't die. Because the festival never happened in the original game. In fact, Sayori died the morning of the actual festival. So yeah, that didn't happen. So Sayori is safe, thanks to the beautiful Monica, who is no longer a psychotic murderer. Ass. She might have an ass, but at least she's not being one. But thank you guys. And if you liked the video, I would appreciate it. And I love you forever. I love you more than I love beef. And that's a lot. But thank you all, and hopefully I'll come out with another Doki of Doki video a little bit sooner. I've been kind of bejangled with all the other videos and things I want to do. I was half tempted to do potion craft today, but I haven't done Doki in too long, so I had to get one out. But thank you guys. I'm gonna disappear now. Bye-bye.